Hey guys, how's it going? So I was at work today and I saw a pretty interesting video of Tailosive Tech that came out 2 days ago. It's not his popular video, I will say that. He did mention like a little disclaimer in the beginning saying, "Hey, I know this video is going to get a lot of hate." That should have ended the video right there because the amount of hate it did get. Right now it's at 3.2 thousand likes and 1,000 dislikes, so pretty much 1/3. That should say right there that people don't agree with Apple on this particular subject. Not necessarily they don't agree with you, debatable, but they don't agree with Apple. And I think every single person who owns an Apple product thinks that a 5-watt charger is stupid. But I'm just gonna go over a few points that you made out throughout the video that I don't really, I think you're really kind of reaching for it to defend Apple, like really, really much. So let's get the video started, and I'm just gonna do a few commentary on it, and let's go.
My videos. Today we're going to be talking about why Apple does not include a fast charger in their boxes, no matter if you're paying $700 for a new iPhone or $1,100 or $1,500 for a new iPhone. You still don't get a fast charger included, which I know is a hot topic for a ton of people out there, because anytime I bring up kind of the iOS versus Android argument, that's usually at the forefront out of it. You still can't get a fast charge.
I mean, yeah, it's not even, that's almost not even an argument. That's like a fact. That's crazy. That should not be happening whatsoever. I'm pretty sure, but correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure every single company except Apple has some sort of wireless, not wireless charger, but fast wired charger included in the box. Again, I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure. Again, it's not an iOS versus Android thing. It's just mainly an Apple thing. Let's be honest, they're being very greedy, but let's keep on going.
You still don't have fast chargers in 2018, 2019. I've heard that argument so many times, and I can tell it's very important to a lot of Android users, so that's the big topic we're going to be covering.
Again, it's not important for Android users, it's important for Apple users, because if Apple is charging between $50 to $70 on a fast charger, listen, that's a problem, but okay.
I don't think it's bad that other companies include fast chargers. If you care about that, I'm glad that company caters to you.
You're glad that the company caters to its people. Isn't that how business works? Why would Apple only cater to a specific number of people when there are literally uncountable amounts of people that are saying, "Hey, we need a fast charger, please. Like 5 watts is not cutting it." Just to put things in perspective, hang on, this is going to be really funny. I can wirelessly charge a different phone or a different accessory on top of my Samsung and get 7.5 watts of wirelessly charging a different device. How in the hell is that fair? A phone can wirelessly charge another device at a faster rate than Apple's included wired charging brick with the wire. Do we not see anything that's saying, "Hey, you're getting ripped off"? Like, what? At that point, I might as well charge an Apple device on top of my Samsung Galaxy S10 and get a faster charge than to actually plug in the iPhone into the included 5-watt charger. That's ridiculous, but let's keep on going.
Includes features you care about, and without denying it, it would be fairly convenient. You want to charge your phone really quickly?
That is really convenient. I mean, charging your phone very fast is literally like the definition of convenient.
Charge it the last night, so you want to plug in your iPhone so it can charge up fast and you don't have to wait as long. No denying that. There is certainly a convenience with it, which is why Apple upped the charging speed of the iPhones that came out in 2017 so that they could support those higher charge bricks. And for people out there who already had iPads or MacBooks, they could use those pre-existing charge bricks as long as they had a USB-C.
What if the person that has the iPhone doesn't have an iPad or a MacBook? I know many people that have iPhones and literally no computers or tablets. They just use their iPhone as a computer, which, by the way, I'm very sorry. So what do they got to do? Do they got to go and buy $50 to $70 chargers now? Come on, man.
50 to lightning cable. I'm not here to tell you Apple's perfect. I just think sometimes the argument comes from a little bit of a uninformed perspective. So the other advantage you might notice with slower charging that Apple could be considering when they sell their iPhones is charging your iPhone faster means that you are quite literally sending more power to the battery at once, which does make the battery hotter, and in the long term, years down the road, means the battery degrades faster. Apple got in a bunch of trouble for being accused.
Let me play a short clip from Rene Ritchey regarding this topic.
And yeah, the faster you charge, the more heat you generate. So technically anything other than a nice slow plug like the one currently comically still shipping with iPhones will reduce the overall health of your battery. But it's not the Stone Ages anymore. iOS does a ton of work in the background to manage charging. For example, you're really only fast charging half the way up. It's so good that I don't even think about it anymore. The convenience of being able to charge faster when I need it, or just toss my phone onto a wireless charger when it's available, far exceeds a relatively small reduction in overall battery life I may experience years from now.
As you guys can see, micromanaging a battery is useless. Just use the phone as it is. Quit worrying about going on YouTube and looking up, oh, how do I increase my battery life? Oh, how do I charge quicker? Should I take off my iPhone overnight when it reaches 100%? Should I do this? Should I do that? Just use the phone. After all, most people change out their phones every 2 to 3 years on average. So Tailosive Tech is saying another benefit of a slow charger is that your phone doesn't get hot, and that way it preserves battery life. Let me tell you, I've owned the iPhone XS Max since the release day till the release day of this phone right here. I have used a fast charger, luckily, the one I bought for 70 bucks. I've used that every single day, sometimes twice a day, to charge my iPhone XS Max. I got curious one day. I was like, what's my battery capacity at? So I checked, it was at 99%. So after 6 months of using a fast charger on my iPhone, my battery capacity went from 100 to 99%. That's pretty good. So I think the results of using a slower charger versus a fast charger to preserve battery life are so negligible that it almost doesn't exist. I would much rather have convenience of charging quick than preserving my battery 5 years down the line when it's still gonna degrade regardless because of the charge cycles. Again, regardless if it's a fast charger or a slow charger, your battery is gonna degrade. So you might as well take advantage of what you have right now at the moment and use a fast charger. That's why many people would like to have a fast charger included with their brand new $1,500 or what would you say, $600, $1,600 iPhone XS Max. So, hey, I don't know though. Ask the people, the 1,000 people that disagree with you.
As I've mentioned earlier in this video, fast chargers are not an incredibly popular product that Apple sells. If it were,
That's because no one in their right mind, unlike me, is gonna go out and spend 70 bucks on a fast charger. They're just gonna either buy one from Amazon, which by the way, this is another funny thing. By Apple not including a fast charger, for the untrained eye or the untrained brain, people are gonna be like, why would I spend 70 bucks on an Apple fast charger when I can go to Amazon and buy a third-party fast charger? Boom. Now people are gonna be ruining their batteries twice as fast from a third-party fast wireless charger, from a fast charger, because people don't know that you need to use branded items like Apple's fast charger to go with iPhone. If you use a third-party charger, it's gonna ruin the iPhone's battery. So by them not including a fast charger in the box, people are now resulting to going to Amazon and buying a horrible third-party cheap fast charger thinking, yay, I get the same thing as a $70 product. Wrong.
I also find it funny that people try to excuse how science works and how lithium works with being an Apple sheep or blindly following Apple. Like, guys, this is how the batteries scientifically work.
Again, scientifically speaking, the results of using a fast charger over time is so negligible that I'm guessing, I'm not sure, but I'm guessing 95% of people would rather have the convenience factor of fast charging than to preserve battery life 5-6 years down the road. I don't know a single person that has kept a phone for 5 years. If they do exist, hey, props to you. But again, your battery is going to degrade regardless if it's fast charging or not. The more charge cycles your battery goes through, the less it can hold, pretty much. Layman's terms. Let's keep on going.
This is not an excuse for Apple. Tesla does things very similar.
Oh my God, I love this part. Hang on, this is gonna be funny.
You notice that if you have a charger plugged in your garage at home, it will not charge your Tesla as fast as a supercharger will out on the road, because Tesla knows that if they charge up your car slower, it'll preserve the batteries inside the car for a longer period of time, compared to if you plugged it in at your garage at home and it drained all the power from that 220 outlet as much as possible and charged up your battery as quick as it could. Sure, you would have a better range quicker, but long term, that could hurt the battery a little bit more than just charging it slowly.
Oh boy. Okay, let's pretend I don't know anything about Tesla. Let's pretend I don't know anything about electrical current. What he is saying is true. I agree with him on this one. I'm not finished yet. I agree with him. Whenever you're buying a car, the typical car ownership is between 5 to 7 years. Or somewhere in between. Usually 5 to 7 years, if not more. I agree. If you use Tesla's supercharger every single day or all night, yeah, it's going to degrade your battery, and then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years down the road, you're going to see worse battery life. But this is where things get funny. Tesla does not include a supercharger for your home because, wait for it, your home cannot support it. The typical Tesla supercharger is between 125 or 135, between that, kilowatts. So a supercharger that you see out in the malls or on the highways charges your Tesla between 125 and 135 kilowatts. The typical household only has 20 kilowatts. If you plug in a lot of electrical things in the house, you're going to notice, uh-oh, my breaker just turned off, or flipped the switch, let's just say. That's because your house cannot handle the current that a Tesla requires to supercharge. It's not because Tesla's like, oh no, we got to preserve battery life for our dear customers. We can't do that. No, they can't do that because they literally cannot do that. Go ahead, call your electrician, your local electrician. Tell them to install a fast charger or a supercharger, a Tesla supercharger to your home, and see how hard he laughs at you. And I promise it's gonna cost a lot. You're essentially pulling in about 6.5 houses worth of current just to charge your Tesla. That's not even counting the other electronics you have around your house. So, again, that's just wrong. Tesla, as many other car manufacturers, don't really care about you once your car is out of warranty, which is typically what a Tesla warranty is. I'm gonna go ahead and guess it's about 60,000 miles, as most cars, maybe more, maybe less, who cares? I see where he's getting at, but he's not on the dot.
Overnight, which most likely you're gonna drive your Tesla in the garage, park it, leave it plugged in, and then go to sleep and have a good 8 hours before you get in the car again. So most people aren't gonna mind that charging slower. Also, it will not charge the battery to 100% because that can hurt the longevity of.
I'm glad you pointed that up, because iPhone fast chargers, in fact, any phone fast chargers, do not fast charge to 100%. They typically fast charge to 50, 60%, and then it throttles the charger down to get to the other remaining percentages. Usually the last 5 or 10% is a trickle charge. So if Tesla can do it, I'm pretty sure iPhone can do it. Not can do it, but you know what I'm saying. Apple should just include a fast charger, as every single person who respects their money can say. So let's continue.
the battery as well. So having a fast charger included in every iPhone box for us techies on YouTube would be really convenient because we love plugging things in and seeing how fast they can charge up. But for all of the everyday consumers out there,
How often do you do that? How often do you drain your iPhone and see how fast it can charge up? All it takes is one test, and then just save that video and compare it to other phones. That's it.
who essentially charge their iPhone once whenever they go to bed, that means that the battery is going to be hotter for a longer period of time.
Let me tell you this. I gave my iPhone XS Max to my mom, and she's 60 years old. A 60-year-old lady can't even use the iPhone XS Max the entire day without it dying. And she is stuck using the 5-watt charger. And obviously she has my iPhone smart case that I had on my iPhone XS Max. And she is literally, if it wasn't for me that I gave her the fast charger, if it wasn't for me, she would be charging the case and the iPhone at 5 watts. I'm gonna go ahead and guess that'll take about 6 to 7 hours to fully charge the case and the phone with 5 watts of power. Again, 5 watts is useless. Apple is being greedy. That's it. There's no, you can't defend Apple on that. And people agree with me and you apparently, but it's getting there.
And it's also going to be at 100% capacity for a longer period of time. Now, I know there's features within Samsung's OS that allows for slower charging that you could build into the software so that even if you ship a fast charger, it could by default
This is another part that's, I'll get to it. Hang on.
to charge slower. That way the battery doesn't overheat. However, I know Apple to be the kind of company that doesn't want a lot of prompts, a lot of questions to present to the consumer when doing.
How many questions is it? What do you think what do you think it is? Apple isn't saying, do you want to turn off fast charging? And then you click yes. And then they say, are you sure about that? And then you click yes. And then they're like, no. Are you like really, really sure you want to turn off fast charging? Yes. All it needs is a little toggle switch like Android has. And it's not like it's a hard question. Do you want fast charging? If you enable it, there should be a little asterisk and it should say, hey, by the way, fast charging for years down the road may result in battery loss. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure that out. So again, your defense on that is really weak. I mean, that's about as nice as I can put it. It's super weak. Come on, man. That's weak.
When doing a simple thing like plugging in your phone. They don't want it to suddenly become, okay, you're charging your phone. How fast do you want to charge your phone? By the way, if you charge it faster, it'll degrade the battery, but if you charge it slower, it may last a little bit longer. Apple is the type of company that just wants...
I'll interrupt you there. Apple is the type of company that wants to squeeze money out of you, point blank. That's it. There's nothing else to that. You can't add anything else to that. It's point blank. So let's skip forward a little bit.
Apple is the type of company that just wants everything to work. They want as little pop-ups as possible. So I get that us technologically more intelligent people would want that to be.
Again, it doesn't take an intelligent person to read a prompt that says, do you want fast charging? Yes or no.
An option that we could toggle and just have everyone ship with fast chargers by default, but Apple probably knows from user experience that most people wouldn't care about that type of thing.
What do you mean most people wouldn't care about that type of thing? Literally every single person that has a fast charger is utilizing it every single day. It's not like they have to think about it. Do I want to plug in my phone into the 5-watt charger or the 15-watt charger? Oh God, that's such a, come on, man. You're really reaching out there. Your other Apple defense videos, I agreed with. I was like, yeah, this guy is telling the damn truth. Like, who cares, right? But this one, it's not your best one.
And it would likely mean that Apple spends a ton more money on fast chargers being shipped with every single iPhone, and yet the majority of users won't even take advantage of the faster charging possibility. Compared to Android devices out there, also keep in mind that Apple's iPhones get much longer support than most of what Samsung or OnePlus or Pixel can offer. Apple's supporting iPhones with the latest version of iOS all the way back to the iPhone 5S, which means that on average, most users are going.
Okay, iPhone 5S, let's talk about that. I want you to go up to someone with an iPhone 5S and ask them, hey, can you check your battery capacity real quick? I'll bet you it's horrible. So let's just say that that person never touched a fast charger in their lifetime. Again, this goes back to what I was saying. Battery degrades regardless. So you might as well use it right now and get all the benefits from it right now and the convenience factor right now, instead of thinking, oh my God, 5 years down the road, what if I have like 80% battery capacity? Oh, that's terrible. No one does that.
Going to be using their iPhones longer than Android users are going to be using their current Android. They stop security patches sooner. They stop most recent software updates sooner.
I'm gonna stop you right there again. If I'm gonna keep my Galaxy for 5 years and I fast charge it every single day, even if the battery is crap 5 years down the road, I'll just replace it. It's not going to cost an arm or a leg. In fact, it might cost as much as the Apple fast wireless. Oh, damn it, I keep saying wireless for some reason. It's not going to cost as much as an Apple fast charger. Probably a little bit more. Regardless, I can just change it in 5 years. I think I'll be okay. In fact, I think many people are typically okay with changing their battery 5-6 years later on down the road, because common sense should kick in and say, hey, batteries don't last forever.
They last a couple years, but nothing compared to what Apple will typically allow an iPhone to last, closer to 5 to 6 years of support, meaning preserving that battery and making sure that it doesn't degrade that fast is very important for Apple.
Again, the results are so negligible, super negligible. Okay.
And its consumers. Now, aside from the battery degradation argument, which I understand might not be a good point for a lot of people out there who do care about fast charging, because you're going to buy an iPhone every year, and I'm in that same boat too. Do I really care if my iPhone is fast charged and the battery degrades faster? No, because with my personal experience, I'm going to be buying a new iPhone every single year to unbox.
And that's many people. Many people are in the Apple iPhone program that can change out their iPhone every single year. I was in that program, so again, that still doesn't negate the fact that, hey, Apple is being greedy. They made an oopsie and didn't include something that other companies have been including for years.
And reviews, so what gives? Why does it matter? Well, another point that I think goes underrated when it comes to Apple's charge brick design is their portability.
This is funny as hell. I'm sorry, but I can't. This is the part of the video where he's really reaching for it. He's trying to fish for it. He's really trying to defend them as much as possible. I respect that. I respect a person that can defend a company, that tries to defend the company. But this point is funny.
Quite difficult in the rest of the smartphone world to find products that ship with charge bricks this incredibly compact. I get that it charges slow, but it is very small, and no matter what you plug this charge brick into, surge protector, wall outlet, you don't have to worry about it covering up other charge ports. Whereas Samsung, which very nicely does include fast charging with these larger charge bricks that ship in their phones, you will notice with a lot of surge protectors or wall outlets, once you plug in your Samsung charger, it starts to make the other plugs within the wall outlet hard to reach, which means essentially with this particular power extender, I no longer can use this power outlet because of how this phone charger was designed. You'll notice that with a lot of...
I have nothing to say to this really, except, is that really an argument? I think deep down, Apple is being greedy and did a big oopsie, because this is not an argument. This is like saying that Apple should not make the MacBook charger because it's so incredibly huge, and that literally my MacBook charger gets in the way more than my Galaxy charger, which is a fast charger, which is the one you showed in the video. So by you saying that, I should say, hey, Apple's being unfair because with its gigantic power brick this big for the Mac, I can't plug in anything else. So yeah.
One criticism I do have of Apple, though, where I will not defend them and put my foot down, is I wish they could make a 5-watt charge brick. So, okay, let's hand it to them. It's all right to include a slow charger because you want to preserve the battery. You want these power extenders to still be useful. Okay, I get that. But why does this have to be USB? Why can't we make it quite literally?
Really? That's that's the thing you're defending? What's wrong with USB? I mean, sure, USB-C is good, clearly on your shirt, but out of all the things, that's the thing that you don't agree with? Oh my God. I'm gonna stop the video right there. I'm not gonna go any further. That's my little rant on Tailosive Tech. Again, I don't hate the guy. I'm subscribed to him for a reason. I enjoy his content, but this video is just him really reaching out there. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. This is Mark from Mark's Tech, and have a good day.